Today we are going through my most recent Costco haul. Within this haul, it's a completely healthy haul. There is 0 wheat, gluten, there are no seed oils, and there's like a tiny bit of sugar in one product, but for the most part, there's no sugar. So let's get into it. Hey, my name is Schuyler. I'm the founder of Reach Fat Loss and Fitness, the most sustainable fat loss program out there, as well as Fasted State Supplements, a fasting support supplement line that focuses on using the highest quality ingredients. And today we've got a wonderful Costco haul. I used to go to Costco a lot more than I do now. I used to actually go as my main grocery store. And even though I moved closer to a Costco, it's actually something that I go to less now. And it's more those big items that last a little bit longer, obviously because it's Costco. But I don't fill in the gaps with a lot of the Costco foods. So there's some great meats, some great veggies, some things we'll talk about today, but it actually isn't my main grocery store anymore. But they still got a lot of great products, things that are in season that are really great, really healthy for you, really clean. And in this video, we're gonna be reviewing them. So we're gonna start with the frozen stuff. We will start by keeping it simple with some wild caught Alaskan salmon. These are frozen, which means you store them in the freezer. About a day before you wanna cook them, you take them out, you put them in the fridge, and they are just perfect quality. Always wild caught fish, especially when you go with salmon. Wild caught fish eat smaller fish, which eat algae, which is on the seafloor, which is what contains the healthy omega-3 fats and the nutrients that our body really needs. And so when you see Atlantic salmon or you see farm-raised salmon, what this means is that these fish are raised on a farm and they are fed smaller fish, but those fish haven't been fed algae. So what happens is the salmon actually comes out gray because it lacks the nutrients and they have to dye it pink to make it look healthy. So always go with wild caught fish. This is a super lean protein. This is super nutrient dense, great healthy fats for you, and they're really easy to cook. Next, we've got another one of my favorite staples, and these are Costco burgers. These are 100% grass-fed patties, and what I love about grass-fed is a cow is being fed its natural diet. So along the same lines as the fish, when a cow is fed grains such as corn, soy, the meat actually comes out with more omega-6 fats, which are inflammatory, whereas grass-fed fats come out with more omega-3 healthy fats. And so these are so convenient to make. Again, they store in the freezer so they last a long time. You don't even have to defrost them before you cook them. So I'll just throw some butter or some ghee or tallow in a pan. I season them, I throw them in, and within like less than 10 minutes, they're ready and they're delicious. So these are a great price too. I think it comes out to like less than $4 a meal, and I'll eat 2 patties per meal. So for high quality beef, that's a really good price. And then the last frozen staple in this haul are the sheet pan veggies. These are delicious. Now, I'm gonna say I've been having these a couple months and I'm starting to lose a little bit of the allure from them. But when you bake these things on a sheet in the oven, they are absolutely delicious. You've got great ingredients here. You got Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, broccoli florets, red onion, green zucchini, and seasoning, which is extra virgin olive oil, which is fantastic, salt and black pepper. My one beef with this is that when you heat up extra virgin olive oil, I believe it's past 350 degrees, it actually does start to oxidize. So it's not at its best. So it's not ideal, but I would take this over a canola oil or a soybean oil or a sunflower oil. So great veggies. You got some Brussels sprouts is number one, which are fantastic. You got some sweet potatoes, which are a great healthy carb, and you got a lot of other great ingredients in here. So these are tasty, really easy to make. Throw them in a pan, throw them in your air fryer, throw them in the oven, and they're pretty quick to make and they're delicious. Next, we're moving into the refrigerated items. So we're gonna start with Kevin's. Kevin's has a great line of pretty easy to make foods. Their meats are usually cooked with the sous vide process, and then you just heat them up in the pan. You add a little bit of the packet of the sauce and it's done in like less than 6 minutes. These are really, really tasty. This does have a little bit of sugar. So if we look at the ingredients, you have chicken, you have water, vinegar, yeast extract, sea salt, onion juice, black pepper, and then the sauce includes coconut milk, chicken fat, chicken stock, roasted garlic, tapioca starch, chabliss wine, yeast extract, dehydrated garlic, coconut sugar, which is that little bit of sugar, which I'll touch on. You got some lemon juice concentrate, sea salt, xanthan gum, black pepper, dehydrated onion. So a pretty high quality protein source. And this is a great add for a meal. This isn't like an everyday type thing for me. This is maybe like a once a week or less type of meal, but it is a good, convenient, tasty option. The thing to know here is if you come over to the nutrition facts, you see that there's 0 grams of total sugar and 0 grams of added sugar, which means that even though there's coconut sugar in there, because it's less than 0.5 grams per serving, they can list it as 0. So at the most, this is about 0.4 grams of sugar per serving. You multiply that by 6.5, you're dealing with what? about 3 grams of sugar total in this entire package, which really isn't that bad considering it's a quick, easy meal that is delicious. So it's a good option. They got a lot of other options there too. They had some chicken curry or coconut sauce, a couple other options, but delicious choice, convenient. Add it into maybe once a week. Next, this is a new product that I have not seen at Costco that I'm excited to try. It's very similar to the frozen veggies, except these are actually just refrigerated. These are roasted root vegetables. So you have sweet potato as number 1. So rather than Brussels sprouts, you actually don't have Brussels sprouts in this one. You have butternut squash, carrot, parsnip, olive oil. So the same thing applies with cooking there. Rosemary, dried thyme, sea salt, black pepper. So I am excited to try these. They have air fryer, skillet, microwave options. Probably not gonna microwave these, but I'm very intrigued to try these. Hopefully they're delicious and they could be a add to the rotation. All right, next, one of my favorite Costco items currently, really delicious, is these chicken meatballs. Now, they're an okay source of protein because they do have a little bit more fats in here, but this is an Amy Lou product. Amy Lou, for the most part, is spot on with their ingredients. The one thing they have at Costco are these meatballs with cranberries, and they use dried cranberries, which are typically cooked in sunflower oil. So they're not perfect, but these have a really great ingredient list. So we're looking at chicken, basil, Parmesan cheese, Pecorino Romano cheese. You have 2% or less of salt, spices, garlic, lemon powder, basil, vinegar, extract of rosemary. So solid ingredients, no sugar, no seed oils. These are absolutely delicious. I love these, and they're ready, they're cooked. So you just basically have to heat them up. I just throw them in a pan with a little bit of oil or a little bit of butter. And my fiance actually cooked these in some buffalo sauce, and it was really delicious. So good, convenient option, tasty, 9 grams of fat per 4 meatballs, but 17 grams of protein, which is solid. So I would definitely recommend giving these a try. All right, and then we have our last refrigerated item, which are these kielbasa beef hickory smoked sausages. They actually have grass-fed sausages with another brand in Costco that I enjoy a lot, but I have tried these and I have loved these. You're dealing with minimal sugar in this, but you're looking at grass-fed beef, water, salt, organic black pepper, organic cane sugar, granulated garlic, sea salt, celery powder, and it's encased in a natural pork casing. So you're looking at, serving size is 2 ounces. If we look at the weight here, we have 2 pounds. Alexa, how many ounces is 2 pounds?
2 pounds equals 32 ounces.
Alexa, what's 32 divided by 2 is 16. Okay, so you've got about 16 servings in here for 8. So about 1 dog is 2 servings. So what you're looking at is the maximum is about 0.8 grams of sugar per dog. Again, you can't really know for sure. So that's kind of the annoying part about this, is they broke it down to a minimal serving size, but these are really tasty, organic, high quality ingredients. It's just that little bit of cane sugar that I wish wasn't in there, which I'm sure has an impact on the taste. But like I've said, I've tried many of the grass-fed hot dogs, and this is one of the best ones that I've tried from Costco. All right, and we are down to the final 3. We're gonna keep it simple. Get some oranges from them, some cara. Really love the taste of these. I mean, Costco produce, typically it's a little overpriced in my opinion. And recently, as I've been going, there haven't been a lot of organic options. Oranges, you don't really need organic because they're not heavily sprayed and they have the peel that you don't eat. But things like kiwi, things like berries, things like grapes, although I'd love to buy them from Costco, they don't really have a lot of organic options for those. So pretty easy buy. Next, this was on sale, so I had to grab this. I'm running low on my mayonnaise, but this is avocado mayonnaise. So this is from Primal Kitchen. What you will find is most store-bought mayonnaise, even if they advertise them as made with avocado, they're gonna have canola oil or soybean oil in them. Most of the major brands do. Most of them, a big portion of the actual mayonnaise is the oil. So if you do love mayo, I would go for the ones that are made with just avocado oil, no other seed oils, anything like that. These ingredients are so simple. You have avocado oil is number 1, organic vinegar, organic eggs, organic egg yolks, salt, rosemary extract, mustard seed extract. So completely simple ingredients. Tasty. If you love mayo, it's a great add for meals on the burgers. I put it on the chicken. You can make sauces mixing like a sugar-free ketchup with this, but great addition for the pantry and a good buy from Costco. And then finally, we have our millet and brown rice ramen. This is also a staple in my diet, maybe like a once a week type thing. This is on the side. Again, protein and veggies is the main focus, but what I love about this is that it tastes like a ramen. I really love the texture, I really love the taste, And you're dealing with minimal ingredients here. You have organic brown rice flour, so you're not getting a ton of the glyphosate, the damaging pesticides on it, and then you have organic millet flour. So 2 really simple ingredients, taste great, they cook easy. I add a little bit of coconut aminos into this, or I have cooked it in a broth and been able to drink this with the broth. Again, it's a side item, it's not a main meal, but this has been an awesome, enjoyable thing from Costco. So that is my Costco haul. One of the things about Costco is that there's a lot of food items that look healthy, they're advertised as healthy, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend. If you are looking for a video breaking down some of those items, feel free to leave a comment below. But as a reminder, I'm here to help you get in the best shape of your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So if you are looking for support or help, I got 2 options for you. Number 1, if you're looking for fat loss help, really making a lifestyle change in the foods that you're putting in your body and how you're moving your body, and doing it in as easy and simple and sustainable of a way as possible, grab a complimentary consultation by going down below this video. We would love to support you through your fat loss goals. And then along with that, if you currently use electrolyte supplements or you're fasting, I highly encourage you to check out our supplement Optimize. There are 0 added ingredients, no citric acid, no stevia, no natural flavors. It's flavored with real ingredients that actually help support your focus, your energy, your fullness, and just helping you feel your best in or out of a fast. So I would love for you to check that out. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.